Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me as we are going to load up a whole new village in Life is Feudal Forest Village. We're gonna name the town PatmosIV, of course, because, well, that's just what has to be done. We are going to play on a large map, so we'll have to change it up a bit. And one other feature, I'm just going to skip a bit and then we'll just start without houses. So this is going to be really tough. But hey, let's jump straight into it. Let's go. I'm really curious to see how well we can do with basically nothing. You start off with a very small hut, 2 people, some resources in a storage, no food whatsoever. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So here we are. We can see what we have. So I'll just pause for a second. We have our little hut. That's basically it. We have no food in store. And we have a warehouse. So yeah, how should we proceed from here on? Well, we need to get some food going. So I guess we're going to need a gatherer. Or we need to start gathering food, but that's not possible. So yeah, I think we either need to get a fishery or a gathering hut. I think we should start off with a little gathering hut. And at the same time, we also need, now we're going to not place this too far away because they'll just have to walk there all the time. And at the same time, we need a place to store all that food that we will be producing, which will be the barn. Now I'm going to place that actually pretty close to the gathering hut, because I think we should use this space for some housing soon. So let's get to the people's overview. Let's assign them both builders. And let's get going. We need to start building that gathering hut. And after that, the barn to actually be able to store some food. And from there on, it will all be about surviving for a bit. And slowly gathering more resources and more stuff. And once we have that, we can actually go for things like a house. And then maybe get a few kids and things like that. All right, he's really busy clearing this out. What I think we can do is just lower this to 1 builder, put the other one to work in this one. They should be able to take care of all the stuff here. But yeah, she's not really moving there. She's just standing next to her friend. Could also be that this will be the man that's going to end up leaving this area. It takes a long time to chop the tree. Yeah, there they both go. So now she's going to work on this little gathering hut. She's making the soil right. He's going to get this ready. And I think as soon as we have this one done, we should put her into the gathering business. Because we just need some food. Now there's only space for 2 in this little hut, so no room for kids yet. That will also be an interesting feature. Alright, what I like to do is put 2 in here if that's possible. Maybe the one here will just leave. We'll see. I hardly think so. I think he should go now. And once this is done, of course we have no tools, so this is taking very long. But I want them to both construct this so that we can start to gather some food. That will be really important. And hopefully they'll manage. Alright, there comes the hay. Now they need to bring in the stones. And we just have to hope that they don't get hungry too quickly. Here comes the stones. Alright, there they go. Now the good thing is, of course, we can start to slowly, hopefully in a while, develop the town. So we can build different structures, while one of them is just gathering food all the time, I guess. But we really have to plan ahead. So gathering can't be done during the winter. So we'll also have to get a fishing thing up at some point so that we can start to get some fish in the winter time. So that we really can get some food. So this really is a challenge, and challenging just to be able to survive with these 2. Then they need to start making new ones, and then it's going to take quite a few years before we get to the point that we can say, oh well, we actually have growth of people. That should be taking quite some time, I think. Alright, let's take 1 less builder. Let's put 1 in the gathering business. Because we need to get some food going so that they can eat. I wonder how long they'll last though without food, because I'm not too sure. We can't see. So, oh yeah, he's now moving out. because we interrupted his work. He is now sitting at this tent. Oh, there's good food in here. It doesn't show in the storage, of course, but there's good food in there. So that is a plus. That's a good thing. All right, we'll just wait with gathering then. We'll put them both into the building business. Can we? I hope so. No, we can't. Oh, there's just one able to build the barn. Well, I think we should focus on maybe a fishery? I think so. So that we are able to collect food year round. I think that's the way to go. So let's do it like this. Then, yeah, you can now start carrying goods here. This one is just making the ground right. And from there on, the goods can be transported there. Now, we need some iron. So one of the things that's really important now is to be very picky about what you chop. So this is all that we need in terms of iron. So more we're not going to chop. And this doesn't need iron, actually, I think. So, yeah, this one can be built pretty fast. We just need another 12 iron, and we don't have any. So they need to start chopping that. Hopefully they will do that soon. All right, this is already being built. Great. And then I guess a good house should be another thing to get. In order to make sure we can actually start to get new kids. But I guess ensuring food is the most important thing. And once we have 2 places where they can actually get food and a place to store it, we should be in the right waters. And then we will start to think about housing and stuff like that. But this is proving to be most interesting. And I'm going to speed up a little bit for a while. Every now and then. Just to make sure that we get through a few buildings. Because as you can see already, there's not a lot happening right now. Just gathering the stones. This one is done almost. So they now need to get the iron. And then they can build the barn. And from that point on... Yep, he's getting iron now, so that's good. Just 12, that's not too much. I don't like the fact that they have to go back to the barn apparently and then bring it here, or to the storage. Or maybe he went for some food, I don't know. He's going into the storage, then he picks it up and it goes, yeah, that's not really smart, but okay. Another 7 and 2 stones. Ah, we also need 2 stone. That's 10. Okay, that should be sufficient. I'll just speed this up a bit because, yeah, that's the right way to go right now. Still plenty of food, so no worries there. And I think once this is done, we should focus on getting wood. Oh, and we also need firewood, of course, to survive a harsh winter. Do we have firewood? Do they have firewood in there? Oh yeah, they have some, but not enough. So we should get a place to make some firewood. Yeah, that should be close to the storage, I think, because that's probably where it's stored. Alright, plenty of buildings to be created. Ah, there they go already. Alright, we need some more stones. Because we don't have enough yet. That's another 2, that's another 12. Okay. Alright, almost all the wood is in. Just a bit of stone. Interesting. It's an interesting start though. And as long as we don't have a house, they can't start to reproduce. So building a house is somewhat important too. Earlier we get a kid, the better it is. Guess we're gonna get rid of the hut at some point. We can see already we don't have all the resources necessary for this house, so that will take some time. We still need more stone, but apparently it's not getting stone. Ah, the barn is ready. That's good. Alright, let's tell them to not be built, or just one should be a builder, I guess. We just need more stone. let's see, there are some trees here to be chopped. 19 wood, another 18. Yeah, there's some wood to be chopped down. We're getting the stones now, so I think, yeah, 8 more stones. Okay. Yep, they can build the firewood chopper. We can see that the numbers of food are really dropping, so we need to start getting some food. So I guess one of those that is just walking around is going to get some food now. Please do your job as a gatherer and just gather me food. As he's building the firewood chopper. It's a whole interesting concept where you have to really take everything into account to just survive the first winter. And then we still have to gather resources for the house. We need wood, stone, iron and some hay as well. So, but let's find if we can find some hay. 6. Alright, there's some hay. Good. Let's chop some firewood first. I want to prepare for the winter. So we're getting in some food, and I think these are okay numbers of food. So we should be able to survive a while on that. Especially since we still have some food as well. But we don't have trees. So yeah, he needs to chop a few trees in order to get some firewood going. There he goes. Very good. I don't think we need too much firewood actually to survive the winter, although I guess you need a lot of firewood to keep this place warm. So I guess it depends a bit. Whoops. I was just trying to rotate slightly, but that went a bit worse. Alright, 10 wood. There's another 7. Don't have a well yet. If we get hit now, the buildings will burn down, which is a lot of work flushing down the toilet if that happens. Guess we should get a well soon. Oh boy. Ah, the first firewood is stored. Good. Now you should be able to get some firewood through the winter as well. He can work in the winter, so we'll free him up. And we'll let him do or gather some stuff. And I think we can stop the one in the warehouse now, or in the gathering hut now too, because we've gathered quite some food. And we can still get fish in the winter. So I think it's okay for now. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. But I think it's okay right now. And yeah, we can see trees being chopped down. There's some goods in here now. They're immediately bringing it to the building site, so that's good to know that we get those resources in now. And we need another 7 iron, that's there. So once they chop that, it's done. Here's another 10 stones, but we need a bit more. Here's another 20, so yeah, that should do the trick. Just 12 more trees. Alright, the hay is in, that's good. That we have. Here comes some more wood. 8 wood to go. Oh, it would be really awesome if we could get the house done. Yeah, they're really taking care of the iron and the stone. Let's tell them to chop down 2 extra trees soon too. Because I think they chopped all the trees that we picked for them. Yeah, iron is there. Luckily they're pretty smart, so now they're going for the stones. So that does work. They take the right things and put them in here. It's just not a lot of stone. There's only 2 stones, so yeah, that's a bit of extra work. But I think we can manage. He decided not to take these 8 stones straight away. Alright. Yeah, we have all the stone. So now just chop me a tree. And we're there. Ooh, there they go with the tree. We'll just have to assign one a builder then. And then we should be fine. Get a house. Alright, we'll assign them both builders so they can finish the house quickly. Then move some goods in. And hopefully they'll make sure we get some offspring soon. Alright, what do we need for the well, by the way? Some wood, we have that. We have the stones, we don't have the hay. So we need a little bit of hay there. There's 3 hay. There's no hay. Hey, where's the hay? There's the hay, okay. Well, let's take one out of, because it's not a builder anymore. Ooh, we're immediately expecting a baby. That's good, that's interesting. Can they just empty this? Can we make sure that this just is emptied out, or does it not work like that? I think once we start to destroy it, it will be emptied out. So let me just try that, because we need to get rid of this hut anyway. I believe now they will get everything out. Yeah, they will get everything out and then start to. So that's good, because then we have it in the stockpile. We can really see how much we have to spare. And we can put it to good use. Yep, they're really emptying it out. All the food's been taken out. And then they will start to bring out the firewood. It's late fall now, but there's a lot of snow already. So I am pretty inclined to put one of them on firewood duty, just to make sure that we survive this hard winter, because we're going to burn a lot of firewood. Now we have almost no wood to spare anymore, so that is a problem. Let's tell them to chop a few extra trees. Hopefully this will give us a few resources, but I doubt it. There's not a lot there. No, I was afraid of that. Okay. Well, he still has 8 logs to make firewood. He should be making 8 firewood each time, or is it only 3? Oh, it's only 3 now. Okay. So, yeah. It's taking some time to build some firewood, but here we get some extra trees in. And we've built all the construction. So we now have water too. So we can use one for gathering, one for creating some firewood. And then we'll just see how far we can get through the winter. But I think just assigning them to chop trees is a good thing. We're going to need a lot of wood anyway, so let's just try and get it. Do the same with some stone. Let's just stockpile some goods. So if we want to build something, we actually have resources for it. Because I think it's always better to just be prepared. Even though we might not straight away need it. 70 firewood now. There's still a bit of firewood in there, but they need to grab some. I hope they will do it. Yeah, 14, so they did that. So yeah, we are really using a lot of firewood. But it's okay, because we are producing it all the time now. And then I guess once the winter is over, or once we've collected enough goods, we should focus a little bit on more food. And then step by step, hopefully we can grow. But there's just one baby. Once we had that baby, she can of course try to have another one. But before they're all grown up and expecting new babies, will be quite a bit far out. And we should not get too many babies at the same time, because we have to feed them all as well. So, alright, 70 firewood now. But we're burning through it as well. So yeah, I like to keep him working on it. There's 11 trees in there now, so that is good. This means extra wood. We're just chopping through the wood all the time. It is midwinter already, so spring is around the corner, and just if you just look at it positively. Plenty of resources around and plenty of space, so that is not the issue. would be nice if you could just see a little boat with 1 or 2 people get stranded here and then we can take them in or something like that. But that ain't happening. That could be an interesting feature. Now you can see that they start eating the fish and the bread first. They will later get to the fruit and the vegetables. So yeah, they really like their bread and fish. I wonder... why is that not working? Ah, we already told them to chop that. There's still plenty of stuff to be taken out, so that's okay. Still 70 firewood, so even we are creating old firewood all the time. You can see that we're not really growing in numbers of firewood because we're burning so much. Ah, the child has been born. Great. That's very good. That's what we want to see. Now we have to just wait like 6 seasons or something like that, and then we have another worker. Luckily there's quite some space in here, not too crazy amounts, but there is space in there. I think at some point we should be building one of these though, just to have the extra stockpile, but yeah, we don't have the resources for that yet. 57 firewood again, up to 70, so just having one on firewood production all the time just keeps up with the amount of firewood that we have. That's how much we burn, so winter is really all about getting firewood. Ah, they're actually starting to eat some fruit now too. Guess that's for the kids to keep it healthy. Upgrading the house. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. $71 logs, okay. I guess we should wait until we have 2 kids that are grown up and of different gender, because then we can put those 2 together in a house as well and they can start to reproduce too. So there's no need to build an extra house yet. There might be later, but not yet. And I think I want to put one into the fishing business for now. I mean, we can keep gathering goods, which is okay. But it's not that much needed. And I guess once the winter is over, and we're heading towards early spring now, we'll be using way less firewood. So our firewood guy can then start to just collect some goods again. And maybe we should just do like 3 months of full focus on food. So we have enough, and then we can do different duties again, something like that. I don't know, but I think that might be something worthwhile. We can see the temperature's now only -3. So it is moving in the right direction. We just want it to be nice and warm again. It is actually bringing in some fish, I believe, yeah. Not numbers that will make us go crazy, but yeah, fish is incoming. Seven fish there, okay. There goes the snow. Now this is an important time. We will see smoke out of the chimney for a bit because it's still too cold. But as... ooh, another baby. And Emery is now 1. So it usually takes 1 season to get an age year. So in 5 seasons we have an extra laborer. As soon as they turn 6 they can start to work. So that is going well. And we're now just getting fish and more firewood. I'll keep producing firewood a bit, so we are really prepared for the next winter. Yeah, 70 again. But it's still not too warm, so they're still producing or using firewood here. And then I guess, well, we have the gatherer. Maybe at some point when we get more people we can get a hunter too. But I think we should also focus our efforts a bit. So we are now busy with food, but we can build like 6 different types of food, but we don't have the people for it. I guess if we put 1 in a gathering hut and 1 in a fishing hut, we already produce a lot of food. Then if we can get 1 like a hunter for if we get more people, then that could work out. But I don't think it's any use building a farm already or something like that, because during the time they work on the farm, nothing can be done elsewhere. We can get a lot of food out of a farm, that's true, but I don't think that's the way to go. We can see that this house is still using good amounts of firewood because it's not warming up enough. So I still want to keep producing this firewood. I want to get like up to 100 maybe, 125, something like that. Alright, it brought in 13 fish, that's good. And the chimney stopped. Now that's a good sign. That means hopefully that we stay now on this amount of firewood for a bit. Maybe use anything every now and then for a little bit of cooking, but that's it. So let's see if we can now get this number up and then work in the gathering hut, for instance, so that we get some new vegetables and fruits as well. So nice to it's quite hard with only 2 people, but it's also fun and interesting because you really have to think about the job that you give each one of them, and it's interesting. I think soon we'll get another 13 firewood in here. Yeah, that's 83. That's the right way. So I guess one more will up to 96. I guess that could be the moment that we take him out and put him in the gathering hut to gather some stuff here, because that's what can be done now as well. And then maybe during the winter, one of them, if we have enough food actually, one of them can still create firewood, but the other one can then gather some goods again. And we just have to wait a few seasons and we get 1 extra hand, which is a crazy amount basically, because that's 50% extra hands if you count it. We now have 2 hands and then we'll have 3, so that's 50% increase, but it's all mathematically, of course, 50% increase, but now all the work can be split by 3 people and not 2, so we can do a third more work. Alright, there we are. We have the firewood. Let's put them into the gathering hut now, so that we get some extra fruits. Fish is also going well, I think, getting extra fish. And then soon enough we should be busy just getting some extra trees for logs for the winter and stuff like that. Now of course trees go bad over time, or not really go bad, but after a while they'll just fall down and they're gone. That's why you see trees falling every now and then. That's because they completely matured, they'll fall down and be removed from the game and new trees will grow. So that's interesting. Another baby has been born. We have 2 kids now, 2 boys. That makes it kind of tough. We have to get a girl at some point, otherwise our little friends here can't reproduce. But at least they can work soon, hopefully. But yeah, having an extra lady would be nice. Are we getting? Yeah, we're getting some extra fruit from the gatherer, so that's working. Can't really keep up with the fish. We're also eating a lot of fish straight away. And now especially with 3 kids, 2 kids we're eating quite a bit, I guess. So, yeah, we really need to stockpile some food. 49 fruits. Okay, that's good. Now, all the bread that we had is gone. The fish that we had is gone, so... interesting. It's just a lot of work to be done. But he's really going around getting herbs and fruits and vegetables, I guess. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that we don't get hit by lightning anytime soon, because a building on fire, having to put that out with only 2 is not that easy. That's why I try to place the well a little bit strategically here in the middle, so it can go to all buildings pretty quickly. If you place it somewhere here, they really have to go a long way towards the gathering hut, and that's just of no use. Alright, we see the numbers go up, so that's good. Every now and then it goes a bit down, because they'll take some and bring it to their house, yep. But we have 3 different types of food, so that is good. 55 fruit now, 205 vegetables, 23 fish. And I guess especially if one of our kids grows up, then we can have 2 people on food, 1 on firewood, and that should already be... Oh, expecting another baby. We'll soon have a completely filled up house. Nice. Well, if we can have 2 people getting food all the time, 1 on chopping duty and 2 others doing all the gathering and building, things would go a long way, I guess. So I would be all for that, but we'll have to see. Emery should turn 3 at some point. Then we're already halfway there to getting an extra person to do some work for us, so we just have to keep them alive. That's why I'm really stockpiling food now, because I really don't want to run out. And of course now is the time that we can still gather all of this. As soon as winter hits, we can't, so that'll be the time to get extra firewood and things going. Maybe we should just focus on this for now. And when the extra hands come, they can do all the gathering from then on. I don't think we can go in faster, so yeah, this is already the fastest. Usually not the one that goes for full speed, because, well, I like to play things slow. But you can see at full speed this is still slow, because we just have to wait until our kids start growing up. And that's just taking time. Now we have stockpiled almost 400 food, so that is good. I like to keep it this way. Late summer now. And, oh, please be a girl. Well, we'll see soon enough. Temperature's still high enough, even though it's late summer, so no worries about firewood yet. So we'll keep him gathering as much as he can for a long time. We had quite a bit of food when we started, and that went down quite quickly. So, and especially now that we have kids to feed too that don't bring anything to the table yet, I think we really need to focus on making sure we survive. And I have to be honest, I've never done this scenario before where you start without housing. So I don't actually know how much food we need to make sure that they can survive till the next spring. So yeah, I'm just going to play it safe here. I think that's the best option to go at this point. 300, 400, almost 450 food. I think that should be enough, but yeah, this will... Ari turned 1. Emery should turn 3 soon. I'll probably say that a kid grew up and is ready to study. I believe, where's that one there? 4. Oh, I don't remember. We'll find out. 24 fish. I think they really dig the fish because they're really eating all the fish all the time. Right, let's get a bit of firewood too for the winter, because otherwise we don't have any trees to chop down and turn into firewood soon. Yeah, child Emery has grown up and is ready to study. So yeah, he turned 3 now. So that's good. Halfway there towards the point that he can start to contribute. It's fall now, so during winter he'll get 4. During spring he'll get 5. So during the next summer he should be turning 6. And we can start to use his strength and smartness or whatever. Really hope so. Well, I guess... our guy is gathering iron right now, which is okay. We need all those different goods anyway, or stones, whatever. At some point we... oh yeah, Rosalie, a girl. Very good. That will put us on the right track. Then we can start a second family. I'm actually really enjoying this scenario. We have no stuff for a house yet, I think. No, but we're getting close. We just need a bit more hay, and we have all the iron now. And then we can send some wood, of course, but that's easy to get because there's plenty of wood around. So It's not too much work to build the extra house once we need it. We don't have a need for it yet. Although I think if we build one, that some of the kids can already move over. And make sure that we actually could get an extra kid. But there's also a bit of a catch to that, of course, because the more children we get, if we have like 6 children and only 2 people providing all the food, that might not be the best option. So I'm still very inclined to just say, oh well, we're just gonna not build an extra house so we don't get too many mouths to feed and then we can't keep up and everybody starves. That's not the way to go. Might be just better off making sure that we can actually feed these, and as soon as one of these can actually help out, we can build the extra house. Alright, we have the hay now too. So just some firewood, or some wood. It's still gathering some hay and things, but that's okay. I don't see anything else highlighted except a few trees there. Maybe there's still something here that's highlighted. Yeah, right here. What's this? Let's just zoom in. Oh, that's a bit of hay too. But I think then we're there. So I think we should now be seeing some firewood. Yeah, some wood. Very good. Alright, so all things considered, it's quite okay. But we need firewood now. Because, yeah, now it's burning up a lot of stuff. Now we have 50 wood. I think that should be fine. So let's start chopping some firewood. And hope that we stocked up enough food for the winter, but I'm not so sure. We'll see. I really, really hope so. And of course, if you play this game and if you have experience with the no housing scenario, please leave some advice in the comments. Tell me your story about how it went when you tried out this scenario. I'm really curious to know. It's really interesting. I have to say I really enjoy this scenario, so I would like to learn more about it. We'll continue this also, but yeah, just share your story with me. As I think, yeah, the kids can now help out bringing stuff from the storage to the teenager can help out carrying stuff. So he is now bringing all the resources that we need. So mother doesn't have to get home or father to actually bring those goods in all the time. The kid can do that. But we're really burning through the firewood. So he should be making firewood. He's doing that now, so that is good. And it's good that mom and dad can keep working now and don't have to go back and then grab all the stuff. They can just go home and then eat or drink or whatever. She has to carry something, but not a lot. There comes a new batch of firewood. Very good. And we have 64 wood, so we even have all the resources now to build an extra house. Not gonna do that, but yeah, we could if we wanted to. Ari turned 2. Midwinter Emery will turn 4. Okay. Still 350 and a bit more, so almost 400 food. We already survived the fall. Now we just have to survive the winter. So I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Guess I should now most be concerned about the firewood, but I think one can keep up, so that should be okay too. Sometimes you just wish that once they've caught fish, and there's 8 fish in here, they'll just bring the fish home and that's it. Unfortunately, it's not like that, but that would be so nice if they could do that. Alright, I think we should open this window again so that we can start to play around with what everybody is doing more easily. Sometimes I just close it down because I always like to have a fresh, clean screen, but I should really keep this one out here to be able to switch between what they're doing. I have to say though, I actually thought this scenario was a lot harder than it feels like right now. Maybe that's also because I have some experience in the game, of course, but I never did this because I was like, oh well, you have to be a super pro to actually accomplish something without a house, but it's okay. We just have to go a bit fast on the speed to actually get some stuff done, but it's not that bad so far. And yeah, we have plenty of wood here, bringing new firewood into the barn, so that's working out. It's already midwinter. Emery is now 4. So during the summer, He can really help out. And if we take a look at the island, well, there's plenty of space for as far as we can see, of course, with this type of weather. But yeah, there's plenty of space for nice farming, housing, a big town and stuff like that. So that's okay too. Don't have to be concerned about that. Usually I like to have everything completely flat so that I can just easily build. Now we'll have to deal with the landscape, but that's fine too. I don't really mind. I'll like that as well. Yeah, they're bringing in some extra goods again. 4, 2, and 1. Nice. Come on, create some more firewood for us. No, we're still up to 57, so that ain't that bad. Now, since this is the first episode of a completely new series, this episode will last a bit longer than normal. From this episode on, we'll be just making like half an hour, 35-minute episodes, of course, but just to celebrate the fact that we started a new series that we're actually doing okay. This is going to be a long episode. Now, we're almost out of fruit. We still have fish and veggies. But now that we're out of fruit, you will see that they should be eating more of these as well, because, well, they don't have 3 types of food. They'll only have 2 now. Luckily, we still have some of this in here, so that's okay. And it's midwinter, so we should soon be getting to the late winter, then the early spring, and then we can start to gather some food again. So, can't really wait for that time too, because that should be good. That will help us to replenish the stockpiles. Yeah, it's late winter now. Very good, very good. Maybe this year we can get an early spring that really is spring, so that we might not need to keep producing firewood all the time. 422. So Ari should soon be growing up. I think in the early spring he'll turn 3. Then he can also help out carrying goods. That's good. And then from there on, we'll get really close to an extra hand. I think what we could do... No, we can't, because we don't have enough firewood. As soon as we have enough wood as well, we can just place the house. And then I think the kids should be the one just delivering all the goods to the new house. Without too much problem. And while the others just do their work. And that will be amazing, because then they can do all the carrying of goods. I'm not sure though. I hope they will, but I'm not sure if they will. And when they do that, yep, Ari has grown up and is ready to study. That's good. Then all we have to do at some point is just assign somebody to build the house, and it can actually completely build the house. Alright, 4, 3, and 2. Early spring. The winter should almost be gone, although sometimes you're surprised and then the temperature will drop again. But seems to be holding out. Come on, get up to 0 and then +1. 233 food, 250 food. So that's also about the amount that they ate during the winter. No, that's okay, but could have been better. Alright, let's tell them to chop these trees. There's 19 wood in there. Here's some more wood, 19. Okay. Not that they're actually chopping that already, but alright, we're now at 0. That's good. Come on, hit the plus. +1. Yes, very good. Keep her on fishing duty though, because I want to keep the variety of food up. And as soon as this chimney stops and we have a little surplus in firewood, we start to collect some food again. Or we put him on food duty soon. And then as soon as Emery is grown up, he can be the firewood guy. That could also be the thing. He's now 5, so we'll have to wait till next season and he's 6 and you can put him to work. Still 57. It's creating good amounts, but... as long as we keep using firewood, we have to keep producing it. There's just no... otherwise we might run out, and that's not supposed to happen. But I believe as soon as the temperature goes above 10, it's now 9, we should see the chimney stop, and they should be stopped. Yeah, there it goes. See, it hits 10, and then the chimney stops. So now they should stop producing... or using firewood, in big numbers. So I guess he just needs to do one run there, and then he can start to... let's see if he does that soon. Still 57. I really hope we can just survive this firestorm. There we go. Let's go grab some food. Oh, he's gathering some goods, actually. Okay, well, oh, he's gathering food. It's in the zone, yeah. Good, he's gathering food now. And now we're waiting for... big thunderstorm. 5, 3, and 2. Okay. Come on, Emery. As soon as we hit summer, you'll grow up. And you can be producing firewood for us. And, oh no, chopping trees first. We need more wood. Actually, a lot more wood if we want to build a house soon too. So that will be the thing, to get wood and then firewood. And maybe in the meantime also build a house. But, I guess if we have one that creates food for us and we can make him do that longer... that can be really beneficial, because then we can just really stockpile some food. Rosalie is grown up and is ready to study, so she's 3 now. Then we should soon see Ari hit 4, I think. Yeah, in the early summer. And then in the midsummer, Emery will turn 6. Okay, that's good. That's the way to go. I think we can actually place the new house now. Question is where, of course. Maybe just place it somewhere here. So that it's a bit close to everything else. We just need some extra wood. But now I wonder, will the kids bring in any goods? Oh, they need to terraform this first. Okay, well. Yeah, we need to create the food. So as soon as Emery grows up, we'll put him on building duty so he can... do that, and then we'll see if the kids afterwards can start bringing goods in. I highly doubt it, though. I don't think it's programmed that way, but that would be amazing if these 2 teenagers could just bring all the goods there. I think they can just bring goods to the house. That's all they can do. Early summer now, so Ari should soon turn 4. And then in the midsummer, Emery will grow up. Alright, we're getting up with the numbers of food again. Yeah, he's 4 now. So that worked. I'm still kind of really hoping that they can just bring the goods here. That would be so amazing. I'll just make him a builder as soon as he grows up. And then just to make this flat and to get rid of the stuff that's still there. And as soon as that's done, we could see, by not making him a builder anymore, but letting him chop some wood, if the kids will actually do that. Well, it's very good that this game has a speed 10 option, because yeah, this is a bit of a waiting game every now and then. Alright, he grew up. Let's make him a builder. There he goes. He's now going to chop this. Time to zoom in a bit. Yeah, that's good. Now he's going to do all the cutting of the ground. Now it's done. And we only see him doing all the jobs. So he now goes away. And I don't want him to bring all the goods there, because I want him to get some... Oh, he's still going to do it anyway. Okay. You should go chop some wood, my friend. Well, at least we have 3 people working now. That means that we get in good amounts of food. We are also working on the house already, so a lot of goods get brought here. From here on, he should just be chopping wood and bringing it to the house. Yes, just 4 more. Now go chop some wood. And we should just chop it in great enough numbers to have some to spare for firewood too soon. But it's still midsummer, so we have some time to go until we reach the point where we need to replenish our firewood. And maybe then the house is already done. Problem is, once the house is done, we're going to need firewood for 2 houses. And so far, we were just able to keep up with 1 house and keep it stable. So, might be a good thing to not completely finish this house once we can. Simply because we don't have the firewood for it yet. We should be building up a stockpile of firewood. And maybe also wait for our new friend Ari to grow up enough so that he can also work out. So we can put somebody on firewood duty all the time. That might be helpful, but we'll see. Just 17 wood to go. And we have no builder now, so that helps too. Because that means even if the resources are here, they're not going to build it. Right, we have 500 veggies. Well, that's working out. That's how we want to see it and how it's supposed to work, so... Yeah, I think all the wood's in there now. Let's just keep chopping wood for a stockpile to use for firewood. Still 30 degrees out, midsummer, so no need for firewood yet. Uh-oh, another thunderstorm. That's number 2. Now I guess probably a house get hit. Nope. Okay, that's good. I like it when nothing gets hit. 17. 24. Alright, so we're slowly getting into wood. 500. We have 600, more than 600 food now. I guess I'll just leave him gathering all to the point where he almost can't gather anymore, when we reach like up to 1,000 food. And then we'll make him do something else. And then we can really rest at ease for the winter. 6, 4, and 4. Ari should turn 5 next season. More wood incoming. 49 now, that's great. Late summer, still 29 degrees. No worries yet for any firewood. I actually like it this way, so we get plenty of food, we get plenty of wood that we can make a lot of firewood with, and we soon can expand with another house. So, what more do we want? Early fall, okay, 500, 600, 750, 775 food. I like it. 68 logs. Alright, I'll put him on firewood duty now so that we can start to stockpile. And then once we really have enough food, we'll put the other one on labor duty just to gather supplies for us. But you can see that they're still pretty much eating quite a bit of food. I guess when they get older, they eat a bit more food or something like that. But 2 seasons from now, 1 season and Ari will be ready, and another season and Rosalie can also work. So then we have 5 workers. Next season we have doubled the amount of workers that we have, because then we have 4 instead of 2 what we started with. So that's quite the bonus already. And we're now trying to raise the amount of firewood. Could even put in 2 if we really have to. 600, 700, 800 food. Should be enough to survive the winter. Keeps telling that we're low on food, but I've never understood the calculations with this, because I believe as long as you're under like 2,000 food or something, it just keeps telling you that you're low on food. But we only have 5 people, so I think we should be fine. I guess it should calculate the amount of people that you have and that you need food for like half a year or something like that. And if you have that, then the message should be removed or something, I think. My humble opinion, of course, but... Right, it's now plus 9 degrees, it's fall. So we're getting very close to the moment that we can't get any more stuff out of the gathering hut, so we'll have the extra laborer. And yeah, fall. So I believe in early winter we get Ari to grow up. We almost have 1,000 food, or we already have 1,000 food. Maybe, yeah, we have 1,000 food. Very nice. Alright, I think they can go out of this now, the gathering hut, because we've gathered so much food already. Oh well, let's just be safe, because we might have to move it into the house here. Oh, we don't have 1,000 yet. 200, yeah, almost. And if we get extra kids, and if 2 families can have extra kids, then we're going to need the extra food. So it might be tricky if we go too fast with the gathering of food. So as soon as this can't do it anymore, then we'll put him out and he'll be a laborer. And we'll just chop trees and get some other goods as well. We still have 50 trees to be chopped. We have 122 firewood. So that actually did work. That's moving in the right direction. Yeah, this all in total should bring us up to 1,000 food. There's the snow, so he can get out now. You'll be a laborer. Just go chop trees and things like that. It's still the fall, though. Alright, let's see. Is this any stones? There's 20 stone there, that's good. This is probably iron, 20 iron. We also need a little bit more hay. 3 hay. And 15. Okay, so, well, that's all aside now. He's busy with wood now. We need to get enough wood to be safe for firewood production. So even if we don't have anybody grabbing that, then we're still good. That should be the case. And I think we should just build this house as soon as we have the extra worker again. And then we could even just bring him in to also create firewood. But then at least we have a chance to get extra babies again. I think we can provide for them now. And we have to wait until Rosalie grows up anyway before we can really have extra kids. So I think once we get one extra, which is Ari, we'll make him into a builder, or at least one of those, and build the extra house. It's now early winter, so he should be growing up soon. And that will be the point where we start to build the house. Yep, there he's grown up. Let's build the house. Let's have one that still keeps bringing in extra fire or extra wood. That can soon be used for firewood. And there he goes, building the house. Very nice. Then, of course, they'll bring in food. They'll bring in firewood. So we'll see the stockpile drop a bit. But it will just be put to good use. And I guess by making sure that we get enough firewood and food and stuff, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I'll just put this one on firewood duty as well, once the house is done. So yeah, there's nothing more to be built. We'll get extra firewood. Alright, all the kids are living in here now. That's interesting, actually. So that means that as soon as Rosalie grows up, they can make another baby. These 2 can also make another baby, but while they get older, the chance of them having a kid drops a bit. So it could take longer, or they cannot have any babies anymore. That's also a possibility, but let's hope we get lucky. She's still not of age, so that's okay. Also means that we can't put her into a job yet. I think once we can, we could make her a fisherman. Or this could also be the time to get a hunter. Because a hunter can keep working all year round too, I believe. We'll place it right here. There's plenty of game here. Right, we have plenty of firewood, so let's create a builder so that this area gets flattened out and straightened out, and then we can start to grab the resources that we need soon. Because I think if we can get somebody extra during the winter that actually collects food, meat, and we have fish then we are really ensured good amounts of food. Alright, see, they're not expecting a baby yet. On the other times, they were really fast with expecting another baby, so... Or maybe I'm just impatient, that's also a possibility, but we'll see. Ah, they made everything good already. They're bringing all the goods in now. And then hopefully he'll get extra stones. So we'll just leave him be. This is fine. This is fine. We'll leave him be. The only thing is that we are busy now for an hour, which is okay because this is the first episode. So let's just double the normal amount of time that we play a game for an episode. But that's also the point where I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I know I did. If you had a lot of fun watching this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so but you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then of course I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.